As somebody who grew up from like age 12 in diet culture, started diets in junior high. When I was a senior, I was taking diet meds, which we now know are amphetamines and really shouldn't be messed with. It's always been on my mind. Food, eating, what to eat, what not to eat has consumed me. And so then as I approached, my late 60s, I was caring for my mother, who had also was very focused on food, body image, diets, things like that. I'm caring for her. She's on hospice. A friend brings her a pound of See's candy. She eats one piece and tells me to throw it away because she really shouldn't eat it, um, because it wouldn't be good for her weight. But later on, I thought, I do not want my dying moments on this earth to be consumed with food. And it was around then, went to the doctor. Some of the values, my lab work was in the high normal, still normal, but on the higher side, could be better. So I made the appointment with the nutritionist and I realized I went in and I said, I don't really know what to say. I know what to eat. I know how to eat. I know what portions to eat. I know what I should and what I shouldn't do. That's not the issue. It's why. Why do I do this? And she had heard of Am I Hungry? And she said, well, here, why don't you try this? And it was like a light bulb went on. I mean, it was everything that I had thought right there for me. And so, fortunately, there was a free seminar, so I attended that. And then we got into Halloween, and there was another seminar. And I just really participated in the seminars, and, you know, change came. And of course, I went back to her and, applauded her for going outside of the organization's protocols, and letting me know that there was this other thing available. I was so ready for a change. I was just gobbling up that's kind of silly, but everything that I could read and get a hold of. And one of my first big takeaways was food is not bad. Food is food. It's what we do with it that makes a difference. It's my personal labels on it that makes it what it is. And it was right before Thanksgiving and right before Christmas, two super holidays. Um, and so I just kept in mind, food is not the problem. I can eat what I want. And simultaneously thinking, do I want this bite or don't I? So starting the mindfulness early on, because then it wasn't like cheating or anything that, for years I'd harped on. I was cheating. Is that I knew I was going to eat this food, take this bite, or whatever. If it caused my stomach to hurt, I knew it would hurt, but I chose, so I was the one that was in control of what went in my mouth. So it was fairly soon. I mean, again, to have those two holidays right there, there was plenty of time to practice. Every now and then the old habits creep in, but I give myself grace. I'm much kinder. I don't call myself names if I have a piece of cake or whatever. I don't look like if I'm at a social event, I don't look at the people around me and decide whether or not to have a dessert. It's, do I want this? And I have it. If I don't, I have a glass of water or something instead. And through that process of being mindful, it's carried over into, other areas of my life. I just find that I'm more present in all aspects because I'm more mindful of what I'm eating. I'm more mindful of relationships. I'm more mindful of, do I really need to run that errand? I don't feel pressured to be on anybody's timetable except mine, and so I process through all my decisions, basically. I
Yeah.
am in charge. It's my
Yeah.
life. Living a vibrant life to me means being totally present. Everything now has color around it. It's not this gray, miserable fog that I'm just plunging my way through. A quick example is like a road trip that I recently went on. Well, I don't know that prior to really becoming mindful of my food, I would have been mindful of the different shades of green that is on the same tree. But I've gotten over the perfectionist need. Okay is good enough in this life. Nobody's perfect, and I certainly don't have to be perfect because I strived for most of my life to be perfect, which is why diets per se never worked, because a human being cannot follow somebody else's guidelines. They have to follow their own, my thought. I would say do it. Do it even if you are skeptical. Go through the process, commit yourself to being open-minded because you will be amazed at how you come out the other end. By the time you add up the cost of gym membership and diet foods and all sorts of things, the cost is not that prohibitive. Sometimes when you find something good and helpful, then there's regret that you didn't find it earlier in your life. And I sometimes wonder, had I found this lifestyle in my 30s or 40s, where would my life have been? And I have to right away catch myself and say, I don't know. I will never know, and it doesn't make a difference. I have it now. I'm happy now where I am, and just be at peace about it. As long as you're alive and breathing, that means you're eating. And so there's always ways to improve because your mental and emotional health also improves, which means that, at least I found, if my mental and emotional health is good, then my relationships are better.